Hey guys, it's Raquel. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little odd, but also kind of special. And the reason why is because I'll be showing you guys a video that I made over 3 years ago in my condo. And yeah, you're maybe thinking, Raquel, what? You have videos that you pre-filmed and you just never uploaded? Apparently, yeah. I was going through my computer and seeing what files I had for this channel, trying to find that intro that I was talking to you guys about a couple videos ago that I was working on, but then I misplaced the file. Well, I couldn't find that file, but I found two videos that I had filmed in preparation to post it, and then I never posted them. So they're over 3 years old. I look like a kid because I have short hair and stuff. It's hilarious. And I thought instead of just getting rid of the videos, I might as well use them when I need them. And today's one of the days that I need them. To explain really quickly before we get into it, I have, as I mentioned before in the Wine and Dollies video, I have craft time videos scheduled throughout the year. I have obviously doll introduction videos scheduled, box opening videos scheduled, and wine and dollies videos scheduled, as well as a couple mixed videos every now and then when I want to do something a little different. Now, the thing is that my crafting room is not prepped for any form of video recording or anything like that. So I actually don't have a setup with a webcam or anything like that to film any videos for craft timing. And it's extremely hard to do it here because obviously you guys can't see below like my chest, and I don't have a table that's that high, so I can't even craft anything without, like, you guys wouldn't see it because obviously the camera's focused around here. So instead of doing a craft time video, I'll be doing uh probably box opening videos in the craft time videos until my crafting room is set up properly. Or, for example, in this rare occasion, I'm going to be doing showing you guys a video that I recorded ages ago, that I might as well use because I have it and it would be a shame to get rid of it. Now, for context of the video, before we jump into that video, is it's actually a box packaging of a doll, because if you saw the video before, I'll link it over here, or I'll link it at the end of the video. I had a doll who I purchased secondhand, who came in and was not only damaged but smelled horrible. So I decided I was going to take this doll, package it up, and send it back. But I was going to make the packaging video educational, so you guys know how to package dolls in order to send it if you're going to be, selling a doll secondhand or returning a doll or whatever. So that was my plan, but obviously I never posted it. And on top of that, things actually changed. I don't know if I ended up covering it on the channel or if I just posted it on my Instagram, because I did post it on Instagram, was that it ended up being way more money to send the doll back than to just keep it. Even with me filing a dispute, it just was not worth it in the end. So I was left with this doll. I didn't know what to do, and I ended up being like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take it apart completely. I'm going to throw out the string because the elastic in the dolls would retain the smell. So I threw out the string. I washed the body real good, and I actually left it out on my parents' balcony for a little while, like almost 3 days straight, to just completely air out. And once it was done, he smelled fantastic. He no longer had that lingering scent. He was clean, and the damages were minimal enough that, I don't even notice them at this point, and I'm okay with it. So, the doll we're actually speaking of is in this room, and it's actually my big boy over here. So, he was the damaged doll in this video that I was packaging up. So, just keep that in mind that whatever I say in the video, if it's negative and I'm upset, don't worry, because I'm fully happy with him now that I've cleaned him up and got him to like a really, really nice state. But just, I wanted to give you guys some context of why I'm packaging this doll up and what was the intention before what ultimately happened, which was I never ended up sending him out because it was too much money. I ended up keeping him, I fixed him, and now he's good and ready for me to design into something. So yeah, so I hope you enjoy the video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in a couple seconds. My past self. See ya. Hey guys, it's Raquel. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tutorial based one. It is going to be how to package up a doll for international travel. Now, we all know this boy over here. He's the Dragondoll Albert that I got that smelled moldy, and I filed a PayPal claim against. So PayPal has gotten back to me. They said pack them up, send them back, and I'll get my money back, which is awesome. Now, I do have to pay for shipping, so I am going to be paying an arm and a leg, which sucks, but at the end of the day, he does still sort of smell. He's been sitting in a box um, to ensure that he didn't stink up my condo. He does still smell a little funny, and beyond that it is what it is, guys. I'm sending him back. That's what PayPal asked me to do. And the process pretty much is that I'm going to take the package to the post office. I'm going to pay for the shipping. Once I get the tracking number, I give it to PayPal, and then it's out of my hands. I don't have to do anything. They just have to make sure that it gets there. PayPal is going to ensure and monitor that as soon as it gets there, I'll get my money back. So I'm going to be paying for the fastest shipping for this guy, so he gets there as soon as possible, so I can get my money back. Now, oh hey, my hair. So he is in the exact same condition as he was prior. We've got his COA. This little thing over here is the piece from his head cap that fell off during his travel here. We've got his wig, the tank top, jacket, pants, which I've folded nicely. We're going to be using this tape. Now, I know there's a brown type of tape that people usually use. I don't have any, so I'm going to be using this tape. I've got some plastic baggies and scissors. Now, and as you can see, like a whole bunch of packaging. And now all this packaging, like there's fucking tons of it. I got from opening boxes and from my neighbors. Some of my neighbors had just moved in. Some of the stuff I got from the post office, what have you. I've got like a shit ton, so I'm going to be using all this stuff. I even kept the protective thing that his head was in, so I will be using this for his head, as well as a few other methods to keep his head protected. By the way, just so you know, this is new. This mic is new, so this is my first video with it. Hopefully it works out pretty well. It's for this long distance conversation, so I don't have to yell, and hopefully it sounds a little bit clearer. Now, one thing I want to address right off the bat, that I will be giving this video to PayPal, so they have proof that I have packaged him nicely and he is ready to go, as well, so the sellers know that I have packaged him up and he's on his way. But also because of one last reason, is I do have his original box here. However, we already saw, look at the damage. It is crushed, right? This box is flimsy. So beyond the fact that this box is damaged, my address is written all over this box. So for my personal safety, as well as the safety of the doll being sent back overseas, I will not be using this box. It is damaged. I don't want to get dinged by PayPal or the seller for sending a damaged box. Not only that, is that this box is essentially useless now, because it is in such bad condition, and because, like, if she was to send this to someone, I don't want my address being written all over it. So I will not be using this box based on the address here and the condition it is in. It sucks because I would have loved to have sent this box back, but it is damaged, and then the only reason why I saved it, I would have tossed it earlier, but the only reason why I saved it was because of this video. I wanted to make sure that I explained why I'm not sending it back in this box. Is because it's so damaged already. No matter how much tape I use or extra cardboard or what have you, this box has lost its integrity to keep the doll safe. And that is what is most important for international travel, is you keep your doll safe. Whether you're buying a doll or selling a doll, whoever's sending the doll to another person has to make sure the doll is safe, whether you do double box method or a single box method. And this box has lost its integrity. So we're just going to put it over here, get it out of the way, because we don't want it. Not doing it. I found this box right here. This box is sturdy. It is firm. It is very thick. It is made. It actually came from China, but I got it from Amazon, and you can see that just me doing this, like, it's a really strong box. This is the box I will be sending him in, because I want to make sure that even though they didn't extend the courtesy to me, I want to extend the courtesy to them. You want to get yourself a really thick box. Now, I've had stuff sent to me with thinner boxes, because these ones usually weigh a little bit more, which doesn't help for international shipping and other things. However, when you're shipping internationally specifically, you want to have a very heavy-duty box. At least, even if you're not doing the double box method, you want to have at least a single box that is very, very strong, because you want to make sure that the doll is safe. Now, I'm kind of laughing at myself right now because I feel like I'm doing an infomercial. This is the box, but literally, this is a tutorial of how to package a doll for international travel. So I guess it makes sense that I kind of feel like an infomercial here. So I'm going to put that down there. It's out of the way. And the first things first is we are going to focus on packaging up this stuff. Well, not the tape and stuff, but this stuff over here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the little head piece. This is the head cap piece. It goes at the back of the head cap. It fell off. And I am going to take the COA and I'm going to put them together. Here's the COA. There's the envelope that it originally came in. How did this? Oh, yeah. I was like, how did this open again? As you guys can see, the COA is still in here, right? And I'm putting it the exact same way that she sent it to me. I will be folding it in like this, and I will be putting this inside the envelope, as well as the little piece. I'm using my t-shirt so you can see it. It's right here. I'm putting it inside towards the back, so it's going to be on this side. That's so it stays firm and doesn't go anywhere. I am now going to be folding in the top piece of the envelope as to make sure that it creates a very minor seal. Obviously, it's not like a really good seal, but it is going to be a decent seal. I'm going to just move my scissors over here for a second to grab a freezer bag. Now, you can use any type of plastic bag. For my purpose, because it's going overseas, I want to use a freezer bag just in case anything is to happen. The COA is going to stay safe, as well as the clothing. So I'm just going to plop it in here, like so, and gonna just make sure there's no air in it. Boom. The COA is now protected. Not only is it protected from any weather damage, not that we're gonna make sure this thing's as weatherproofed as fucking possible, but on top of that, it is protected from external damage. That means anything that has to do with him rattling around or what have you, if anything's to happen, it is relatively safe. So, like, just for peace of mind, I've gotten COAs in plastic baggies before. I love it. It makes me feel like the seller cares about the product they are selling you. So now that that is done, we're going to package up his clothing in, what do you know, freezer bags. So I'm going to open this one up. I'm going to put the jacket, which I have nicely folded over here. I'm going to stick it inside the baggie, like so. Just going to put it on my knee over here so I can shimmy it in. There we go. And then we are also going to put the tank top. And the reason why we're putting the tank top in is because the tank top is relatively flat, so you can kind of fit them both in without a problem. Now, like anyone, you want to squish it and start closing up the bag. There you go. And that is a nicely sealed bag of clothing. We've got bag number 1, we've got bag number 2. And what's good about this bag specifically, it's got the clothing, it's sealed nice and tight, but it also acts as some packing because it'll protect him. It'll protect him a lot better in a plastic bag like this than on his body because you don't want staining. Now, this wig did not come with a head cap for it, like in terms of like a netting. I don't have a spare netting, or else I would have definitely put one on. If you can, if you have the original wig netting, for your wig that you're gonna sell, try to put it on, as well as like a little piece of like tissue paper to protect the wig and stuff like that. However, I don't have spare. You can use it from like you can buy some of it online. It's kind of hard to find sometimes, but that's what you usually want to do. I actually ran out of tissue paper, and I don't have a spare netting, so I'm just gonna put it in as is, but I'm gonna put it down towards the bottom, as you can see right here, as well as put in his overalls, which I have neatly folded to ensure it fits nicely and is flat for traveling. So they're both in here. I'm going to start. I'm going to squeeze the air out, as you may have heard. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but that's okay. And there we go. The wig, the pants, the jacket, and the tank top, and the COA are all now good to go. They are protected. They are good. See? There you go. That's number 1. Now, I somehow managed to misplace my my normal like Scotch tape. So I'm going to put these right here for now, just to get them out of the way, as we're now going to focus on the doll itself. That's going to be for his head. I'm going to put that just on top of my cell phone in there. And we are going to first look for, like, I've got tons of stuff, but we're going to look for this type of stuff. And the reason why is because we want to focus on his hands first. Making sure his hands are okay. Because the hands, the feet, and the face are the key points of protection. The face is number 1 in protection. The hands are number 2 in protection. And the feet are number 3. The rest of the body is 4. Reason why you do it in that order, or not in that order, but like priority in terms of like make sure it's well protected, is because the face, you never want to get a scuff on the face. You don't want damage on the face. You don't want damage around the head cap. You don't want damage to the face up if it has a face up. That's why this is most important. Hands next, because you don't want broken fingers. It always sucks when you receive a doll and there's broken fingers. It just is terrible. And then feet, as not as important, because obviously you can put shoes on, but still, it is a key thing that people look at. You want to protect the feet as well, and then you want to protect the rest of the body. Now, he is very blown out because of the lighting in here. Sorry, my lighting sucks, but you know, we're going to make do. So, I'm going to take a piece of this thin bubble wrap with little bubbles. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half. And the reason why I'm going to be cutting it in half is because I want to roll it up and stick it in his hand. And the reason why I want to do that is I want to protect the grasp. I want to protect this part of his hand to ensure that it's well protected should any pressure be put on it at any point during the travel. Now we're going to try to avoid that at all costs, but you never know. So as you can see, it kind of like I don't know. There you go. You guys can kind of see it now. It like I am making sure that his hand is fully encased in it, which is good. So that piece is perfect as is. I'm gonna take some tape. Again, really wish I had some Scotch tape, but apparently I'm like all out of Scotch tape. I'm just gonna use the table to cut some strips. Because this tape is mostly important for the overall box wrapping at the end. I mean, you can use this tape. It's a little bit more time consuming to have to cut your own little strips of tape. You definitely want Scotch tape. But I only have until November 6th to ship it out. Today's November 1st. I've been very busy, so I gotta make do with what I got. So that fits nicely in his hand. Gonna do it this way. Yep, there you go. So that fits nicely in his hand. His thumb, you may not be able to see it. There you go. You can see it now. His thumb is encased. Like, it's not fully encased, but it's being hugged by the wrap as well as the rest of his hand. So that is like that. I'm going to leave it like that for now. I'm going to prep the next one for his other hand. I won't put it in his hand yet. I just want to prep it so it's ready to go. Also, guys, if you have any other questions or thoughts or what have you, feel free to comment them down below. I will definitely get to them, maybe do a Q&A type of thing or what have you. If you have any questions about packaging or what type of material I use, if I have not mentioned it, feel free. I have not personally sold a doll online and shipped it. Because most of the dolls I do not sell, like I collect. I don't usually sell my dolls afterwards, but this is ready to go. We'll just put it there and I'll get to it in a second. But you know, all this knowledge is based off of what I know. This is how I've received dolls. This is how I perceive people wrapping their dolls and stuff, and so therefore I want to make sure that you guys know how I would. This is my personal opinion of how I would do things, of course, but you know, I just wanted you guys to see. So I'm gonna take one of these square sheets. That one was too big. I'm gonna use that for the body instead. I'm gonna fold it in half. And the reason why I'm gonna fold it in half is because it's a really good size. Just trying to find another square piece. Is this another square piece? Can I get another? Yes, haha. Another square piece. Okay. Each of these is going to be for the hand. So, I'm going to cut myself a few strips of tape real quickly. Also, can we just say how adorable the little munchkin Storm over here is? She is very relaxed and just chilling and totally not giving a shit about what I'm doing. So, when you wrap it, I don't know if you can see it, but you want to wrap it where you've got some on the top to fold over to protect the fingers, okay? So you want to wrap it around his hand. And you want to try to wrap it tightly around his wrist so it doesn't threaten to come off. He looks like he has a giant ass hand. Look at that. So that's perfect. And then I'm gonna just put it, grab this end over here, and boom, like that. I'm gonna do it both times just so. There you go. His hand, nothing's happening to that hand. That hand is nicely wrapped, and it is protected, as you can see. See, his hand is nice. It's wrapped. There's nothing going to hurt that hand anytime soon. So we're gonna do that with the other hand now. So we finish that off, because even when you're doing the face, the hand is the most delicate part of the entire sculpt. The head is actually very strong in terms of integrity of the resin. The hands, though, because the fingers are so small, these are the most fragile points. These hands are the most fragile. So you want to make sure that when you're doing this, you want to start with the hands, then focus on either the feet or the head. But obviously, you want to protect the head the most. This the second most, that the third most kind of thing. So it's like these are almost tied, technically. So I've got this. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna stick this in his hand like so. You want to make sure that it cups his hand. I'm just turning his hand like this so it's easier for him to hold the piece. And once again, I am going to wrap it. I'm going to go like this. Yeah, I'm going to go like this. And there we go. And remember, focus on the wrist. Getting the wrist really tight. And the reason why you want to get the wrist really tight is because you don't want this sliding off of his hand very easily. Obviously, it'll be easy for them to gently cut the wrapping. Eventually, when they get the doll back, but until then, you want to make sure that it is as protected as possible. And now look, his arm, I'm using my shirt as a diffuser. His arm is there's nothing happening. It is solid. His hand is very well protected. Now, let's focus on his head next. Just gonna turn him around like this. I'm just gonna turn the table around. Oop, there you go. I was like, why isn't it coming towards me? So here he is. Here's his head. His head cap's on, his eyes are there, his wig's there. Everything is there. Now, this is what it originally came with. This thing just to protect his head. To be honest, I kind of want to just use it for his feet, because that'll really protect his feet. But we are going to use it for his head, because that is how she gave it to me. Now, this is a little bit more of a difficult part, because I'm just trying to kind of see how I want to do this. Yeah, I'm going to do it like that. So first off, we're going to stuff some air pockets at the very top of the bag. And the reason why is because it doesn't reach his head. And I don't know if I'd be able to show you this. Let me see if I can. I'm going to sit him up for a second. Okay, I'm going to hold him there. I don't know if you can see that, but his head is about an inch above his head between the top and his actual head. You can kind of see it right there. And so you don't want to just stick his head in there. If I was the seller, I would have put something at the bottom to protect his head. So we're putting 2 of these little air pockets at the very top, so it cradles his head a little bit. So that's perfect. Second is this stuff. People use this all the time. It's a really thin, like foamy type stuff. I'm gonna fold it in half, and I'm just gonna wrap it around his head. I'm not gonna like tape it down too much. I'm just going to. You just want to kind of cover. And if I had a spare face protector, I would totally use it. I do not have a spare face protector, however. So I am making do with what I got. So I'm just going to sit him up for a second. This is actually very difficult, and the reason why is because he doesn't like to sit. And I realize this, so I'm just gonna use my chest here to hold him up for a second. There we go. Just like that. You have now covered his face and his face up. It is resting on his nose, so if he had a lot of stuff on his nose, like a lot of face-up stuff, you wouldn't really want to do that, because it's definitely better to have a face shield than do this method. However, again, I'm doing way more than they did for me, so I want to educate. And this is like, if you don't have the essential face shield or anything like that, what do you do? How do you do this type of stuff? And this is how you do it. Gonna take that, and remember there's a few pieces in here. I'm just going to slide it on top of his head. Now that, I could feel that. That's a nicely tight squeeze. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna tape each end right here. I'm gonna tape it. That way, it hugs his face and protects him. Again, making my own sheets of tape here, because I'm a dodo brain and didn't get Scotch tape and I can't seem to find mine. Or I ran out. Either or. I'm just gonna cut some slices here. Because I'm going to need at least 4 to finish off the head, I feel like. There we go. I'll leave it like that for now. Okay. So, first one, gonna pinch it like that, and then the second one, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pinch it like that. So now it's kind of hugging his head. Now, I'm going to fold it towards his neck. So I'm going to take these folds right here and fold them towards his neck to kind of hug his neck, because you want to protect his head and make sure this doesn't slide off. There we go. And now, for safety measures, and I would do this with a normal piece of tape if I had it, like just, but I'm going to take one big piece. There we go. That's not coming. See how like I'm like gently moving it and nothing's happening? That's how you want to. His head is now super protected in there. Perfect. Now, to his feet. Now his feet I could go back to this method where I can just show you guys it like this, which is good. There you go. So with his feet, you want to do the same thing. You want to have a sheet. I don't think you need more than a sheet. We're going to find out right now if we need more than a sheet. I'll fold it in half again. Hi, Storm. Okay. Yeah. This is how you're going to do it. You're going to fold it in half, right? We took this piece, we folded it in half nicely. And we're going to place it like this. So you have a bit towards the ankle. Actually, I'll show you with the other foot first so you guys can see it better. You're going to take this, see? And you're going to have it so it's right up the ankle over here. You're going to take the sheet and you're going to fold it over top. So there's some on the ankle at the front now. At the back and at the front. Like this. Now, I'm just seeing how many pieces there. I only have one piece of tape, so I'm going to have to cut some more. What you're going to do next is pinch it down. So, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. But I'm like pinching it down so it's flat to the foot. So this over top is flat against here, like you can see. And then you're going to fold it towards the foot. Like so. There's the first one. I'm going to let it go. It may pop up a little bit, but that's okay. I am prepared to deal with that in a second. Just gonna cut myself some sheets over here. Again, sorry guys. This would probably be a lot easier if I didn't have to cut myself some tape sheets every 5 seconds. But you know, gotta make do with what you got, and that's the whole process. Is even if you can't go and afford to buy bubble wrap, you can source it. I sourced mine from packages that I had gotten from Amazon. Packages that I have gotten from other people and other dolls that I purchased. I got some from my neighbors. Like, this collection of bubble wrap I have here is from everywhere. And that's the point, is that you can't really use the excuse, oh, I don't have any bubble wrap. I didn't have enough bubble wrap and stuff. Nah. You want to make sure that, like, it's wrapped to the nines. So now that we have the bubble wrap wrapped around his foot, as you can see, it is nicely wrapped around his foot. We are going to wrap this part around his ankle. Like so. 1 and 2. Now his foot is solid. It looks like he has a cast on, which is kind of funny. But it is well protected now. The next foot. Same thing. You take the sheet, you fold it in half like this. Put the foot down, make sure that it's up to about here, halfway up the ankle or so. Maybe a little less. You want to fold it on top. So with me, I want to do it a little less, like this. And I'm going to fold it towards the foot. So it creates a bit of a triangle towards the foot. And again, fold it towards the foot. so it's nice and hugging the foot. Oh, I got 2 more pieces of tape. Perfect. And then again, next, after you fold the top pieces towards the foot, you're going to take this and you're going to fold it towards the ankle, so it hugs the ankle nicely. That way it doesn't fall off the foot during travel. Voila, another casted foot. Now that we have all the essential areas done, we're going to start. I'm laughing at it because it looks funny. We're going to start working on the rest of the body. I'm going to cut some more pieces of tape before we start. And everything's still recording, so that's good. The audio does look like it's registering, so that's also really good. This is a original set of headphones that I had, but this mic is brand new. It's wireless, so I just attached a piece here to use it. It was recommended by a really cool streamer, so I thought, might as well, because especially when I'm opening big boxes where I have to be on top of the bed, it's kind of hard to hear me. So hopefully this will up the quality of my videos a little bit. Alright, so next what we're going to do is we're going to do the individual pieces. And what I mean by that is that a ball jointed doll, as we all know, or for those who are new, welcome. But ball jointed dolls are ball jointed. They have joints on the end so you can bend the legs and stuff like that. What we want to do is we want to protect each section. So this needs to be wrapped, this needs to be wrapped. The torso as a whole needs to be wrapped, the arm and the upper arm. Those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. Now, obviously, you have to double it up for the arms and the legs, but that's okay because that is what we are all about. Now, these don't have to be as protected. I'm not saying they don't have to be protected. Of course they do, but they do not have to be as protected. So we could save some material. Not that I should really have to, because I got a shit ton of bubble wrap, but I'm showing you guys what I would do to protect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it around his leg, like so. And we're going to tape it in 2 locations. We're going to tape it once right here where the ankle is. And we're going to tape it again right here at the top of the calf area, because it curves. And then I'm going to center it a little bit. Perfect. So now, if you look, and again, sorry for the lighting, it's like brutal, but he's wrapped. We're going to do the same thing for his thigh. His very meaty thigh. Alright, we wrapped it nice. So we are going to tape it right here at the top of the thigh. And then I'm going to tape it at, well, the top of the thigh, meaning from my point of view, this is the top. But over here and then over here. So his leg is now nice and protected. Now, you guys may be saying, but what about the knee? The knee, you're okay. And the reason why I'm doing it this way is because of his box. I'm not lying him down. If I was lying him down in his box, I'd just wrap it like he was a mummy. Instead, I'm going to have to kneel him down. He's going to be knelt down in almost somewhat of a fetal position to protect him. That's the most common way to send a doll if you do not have his original box. or her original box, or its original box, depending on, again, what type of doll it is. You want to make sure that the doll is protected. If you don't have their original box, what they can lay out flat, the best next thing is to do the fetal position, because it protects the doll, because the doll's in close, and with all the bubble wrap and stuff like that, it'll protect him. The best option now, the very best option, if you don't have a box, is actually to unstring him and wrap each individual piece, label them left to right. That's so the person who receives the doll can string him back together. But because I have to send this doll back as is, I'm not going to unstring him and give the sellers a hard time, because that would suck. Trust me, I have the tools to restring a doll. Most people don't, so I don't want to give them a hard time. I don't want them giving me shit either. So we're doing it this way. My hair keeps getting in between the wrapping, which is funny. All right, I'm just gonna leave that there because I need to cut myself some more tape. Did I just get? Yeah, I got hair on the tape. God damn it! There you go. I'm shedding more than Storm is. How crazy is that? All right. Gonna put that down there. We're cutting some pieces now, because I need these pieces to obviously tape them up. I know this is the boring part. I am very sorry that it is so boring, but you know, as I said before, I gotta make do. Okay, I've cut 6 pieces, so I'm just gonna use these 6 for now. Again, you want to tighten it up around the ankle, like this, and then you want to do it again around the calf, so it hugs his leg nicely. Now I'm just going to move his arm out of the way, because we need to get to his thigh now. Again, take the piece, this used to be a square, we cut it in half to create these pieces. And I'm just going to snake it in there like this. And then again, I'm going to tape it in 2 spots. You do not have to tape it in 2 spots. You can get away with just taping it in 1 spot. I'm taping it in 2 spots for better protection, to ensure that it doesn't move very much. Because if you tape it in 1 spot, it has the potential to move up and down depending on where it is situated, because this leg part is narrow. Sorry, my brain's a little fuzzy. Is more narrow over here than over here. This will naturally slide that way. Taping it in both spots kind of gives it a little bit more dexterity from moving. So that's why I'm doing it like that. Now, I'm just gonna put his arm out like this, so I can see it. And again, I'm going to take a square, I'm going to cut it in half, and we're going to rinse and repeat for the arms. Honestly, that's pretty much all this is rinse and repeat. With the upper arm, especially if you've wrapped it like mine, you're not going to have a lot of space here. And so don't worry if you got to overlap it, like I am. As long as you keep the elbow joint free, for the most part, because you want to still be able to bend his arm if you need to tuck him in a certain way, like we are doing. I want to make sure that it's in a good position. Now, because the arm is already so packaged up here, I only used 1 piece of tape, because the arms don't need as much overkill. And here we go. We're going to do it again. Just pull it in like that. And again, this time I am going to only use, like last time, one. And the reason why, we want to be able to have that mobility to open and close his arm just in case we need it when we're putting him in. We're getting close, guys. We're getting close. It's a 47-minute. Holy shit, it's been a lot. This is a long video. I'm so sorry, but lots of stuff's happening. So, here we go again. Hopefully my computer has enough memory to finish the recording. If not, this is gonna suck. Should be fine. Hopefully. If not, I'll at least show you guys that the pre. I mean the after, not the pre. I didn't take a photo of the pre. Oop. Okay, I'm gonna just put his arm down. I need to cut myself some more tape here. Shit. There you go. There you go. And last but not least, his upper arm here. Also, another good tip is you want to put the bubbly side, where there's the actual bubbles, towards the inside of whatever piece you are wrapping. And the reason why is the bubbles are there to protect it. You do it the other way, all these protective bubbles are on the outside. They can easily get popped. It's not going to really help. You always want to try to focus the actual bubble side on the inside. It creates a better protection for whatever you are wrapping. Go. Boom. There you go. Our mummy is almost done. Last but not least, we are going to shove his arms upwards. And we are going to focus on his torso. Which I'm going to... I think I'm going to fold this piece. Yeah, I think I'm going to fold this piece in half. And we're going to use this piece. This is a nice big square. I'm not even sure where I got it from. But I definitely got it from one of my recent packages. Gonna take his legs like a baby, as if we're wiping his butt over here, like a child. And we're just gonna go like this. There we go. And we're just going to wrap his torso. There you go. Like so. Just going to put another piece of tape there. Now his torso's all wrapped. If you want to protect his shoulders a little bit more, because his shoulders are a tiny bit bare over here, you could put a simple thing like this. Just cut it. In half. Either wrap it around like this, or go like over the shoulder, like make a strap, which I will be doing. I'm going to cut this piece. I already cut the square in half. Now I'm going to cut the square in half again. And I am going to secure. Okay, I'm just going to toss that piece of tape because it's not working. Here you go. definitely wish I was a little more prepared in terms of the tape, but you know, gotta do what we gotta do. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna lift them up, I'm just gonna place them down, and then wrap it, and take it, as you can see, and just go over the shoulder, so his shoulder is protected. Tape it down. We're going to do the same thing, so I'm going to cut 2 pieces of tape here. I'm going to take the piece, going to take a piece of tape, put it on the back end. Remember, bubbly side up, because it's here to protect. Oh, this piece fell off because it didn't stick. That's why. Oh, hold on 1 second. Yes. There you go. Again, we're going to take it, tape it to the back. The reason why it didn't stick was because it had, the way I positioned it, it ended up going into the crevice of his back, like where the curve is, and so it didn't stick properly. And then bring it to the front, tape it down. There you go. His shoulders are now protected. Now, he is officially a mummy. There you go. And it is time to put him in the box with all his stuff. So here's all his stuff. He is, and now we are going to put him inside the box. Now, as you guys can see, the box is empty. The only thing that's in here is a few little flakes from like styrofoam, because I've got something that had styrofoam in it in here. Oop, sorry, Storm. She's a good girl. She's just like, the fuck? Why'd you bonk me on the head? I'm so sorry. So we're gonna put him in here, and we're gonna put him in the kneeling position. So the first thing we want to do, now that we have the box, is get some bubble wrap. We're going to take this piece right here. We're going to put it on the inside at the bottom. I know you guys can't see this. I'm sorry I don't have an additional camera to kind of show you guys what I'm doing. But we're just kind of stuffing it down there so he is protected at the bottom. We're going to take one of these big ones now. We put a small one there. Now we're going to take one of these more heavy-duty ones. We're going to also stick that at the bottom. And the reason why is you're doubling up so he has a lot of protection around his legs. Storm, thank you for moving. Please don't eat anything. Hey! Don't eat anything out of the garbage. I see you there. Dogs. Am I right? We're going to prep his legs now to get him into the kneeling position. We're going to twist his feet. And the reason why you twist his feet is so they lay flat. And we're going to pick him up. Here he is in all of his glory. And we are going to gently slide him into the box. He's fighting me right now. You can see that he really doesn't want to go home. But you know, that is what your previous owners want. They want you home, so I'm going to make sure you get home. There you go. Now, I don't know if you guys can see. That's what he looks like right now. He is in the fetal position, and that's how he's going to be shipped. So what we're going to do, first and foremost, is we're going to put a big sheet. Now, this is going to be hard. I really can't show you guys this. But we're going to put a sheet just straight down to the bottom, along the side, like this. So he is protected on either side of the box. Actually, on all 4 sides. We are going to be doing this on all 4 sides. So we're going to shove it down there. Make sure that he is protected on either side of the box. Then we're going to do the back. Sorry, I know you can't see me very well. I'm going to shove this down there. So he is protected at the back. Now, same thing for the front. Heavy duty bubble wrap. You want the big bubbles for this part because you are protecting the doll now. This is all the exterior stuff. You want to make sure that he or she is well protected, or it, depending on what it is. Now you can see he is covered on all sides. He is protected on all sides. There is a crevice down there. This is where anything extra that you send with the doll goes in. I'm gently putting it in. I folded one of the bags. I'm gonna fold. Oops, sorry guys. I hit my mic. Fold the other bag. So now the bags are in his lap. He is pretty much holding the bags to make sure that they are protected. This is where you move him forward to get into that kneeling position to see what space is left. You see? See how there's some space down there? There's some space back here. This is where this COA comes in. You're going to slide it in the back so it is up against the bubble wrap and up against the front of the box. Now, guess what, guys? It's stuffing time. Just gonna start. I'm gonna find the ends of this, and don't forget, guys. This is all stuff that I got from people. So as you can see, there's like shit there and stuff. I'm trying to see if there's a break. I don't think there's a break. So I'm gonna cut it. We're gonna cut it. It doesn't really matter where you cut it, how you cut it. You're going to just gently slide it in the back. Because you want to make sure that COA is pressed up against the bubble wrap and the box. And that his back is protected. Again. Whoop. There's some tape on here. Literally just tearing bubble wrap to shove it in behind his back, the back of his head. I'm gonna save that piece. I like this piece better. Alright guys, you can now see that his back is fully protected. I have stuffed as much bubble wrap in there as possible. Now, gotta do it for the front. Same shit. Take whatever bubble wrap you have left. Shove it in there. Just be careful of his head. Again, head. Very important. You don't want to hit the head. So just take what bubble wrap you have. I'm even going to use this bigger bubble wrap because this is now more of we're stuffing and filling it now. Gonna take this weird square shaped bubble wrap. I'm gonna stuff that in there. Guys, look at that. That's his head, by the way. That right there is his head. He is really well wrapped. Now that we've got absolutely everything, this is all wrapped and set to go. We're taking one final piece of bubble, the heavy duty stuff. We're talking big bubbles here, and you're gonna shove it on top to create the final seal. And there you have it, guys. Yes, it is like you can see that it is creating some resistance, but you want a little bit of resistance, and the reason why is because that's how you know the bubble wrap is hard against his head, and he'll be protected. And not like hard, like hard. It's he ain't fucking moving. Like, look. Oh god, he's heavy. He's not fucking moving in there at all. So now we come to the fun part. Taping up! There we go. Yeah, we're still rolling at an hour. Wow, I've been filming for an hour already? Holy fuck. Anyway, this takes time, guys. There we go. The box is now sealed. However, you're going international travel here. So I want to do a few more just preliminary seals before doing the heavy duty seal. Now, what the heavy duty seal is you are pretty much going to want to wrap the entire box head to toe with tape, because it prevents the box from getting damaged in travel. Now, it doesn't fully prevent it, but it doesn't fully prevent it. However, it does help. And what a lot of people do is they use, it's this like weird brown paper stuff, and they just wrap it like as if they're like sending a gift for Christmas, with this brown paper stuff. They just like wrap it, and then they tape it. I've seen that, but we don't have any of that stuff. So, what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna wrap it. We're gonna go round and round and round. Yes, it uses a lot of tape, but again, guys, this is for international travel. So I am prepping him for international travel. He's not going across Canada. He's not going to the States. He's not going to Mexico. He is going to Singapore, which is on the other side of the world. So we want to make sure he is nicely protected. And don't even worry about it not being like perfect, because the whole point is you're protecting him. This will protect the integrity of the box. Also, sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy. I'm making myself dizzy here. And again, guys, this is my personal take on how to prep a doll for international travel. This is how I've seen other boxes come from Singapore, the ones that where the dolls actually arrived in good condition. So I am doing exactly how I've received the boxes. Almost there, guys, almost there. Once we're done that, we're just going to do it a few times like this to get the top and the bottom, and then we're done. Really hope this video doesn't get deleted somehow. God. Okay. We're on the last few here. Alright. Now we're going to flip it on the side like this. Actually, we're going to flip it like this. We're just going to keep going. This uses up a lot of tape, but again, we are protecting the doll at all costs. These dolls are expensive. You do not want them to get damaged in transportation. You also want to have a happy customer. don't ever sell another doll in your life again. You want to just make sure everyone's happy across the board. You feel confident in your box, and your buyer feels happy and confident when it arrives. And we are done. Guys, that's it. All the bubble wrap and taping, and we've come to this point. It is fully wrapped and good to go. So I just have to stick the address on here, which I will do at a different time because, of course, I don't want to give away the person's address or anything. This box is solid. Like, it is so solid, it's not even funny. Nothing is going to penetrate this box. Well, I mean, I can't say nothing because, of course, something can always penetrate the box. However, I have done my absolute best to ensure that this box is safe for travel. This is the most you can do. The only other thing that you could possibly do is the double box method. But I didn't have another box that was bigger than this one that could properly protect it. However, this is the most you can do. It's up to the airlines now. And when you ship internationally, your best bet is to get the most expensive shipping. And I know it hurts your wallet and it sucks. However, add that cost in to the price if you can. Estimate it in your head. If, let's pretend a doll's worth $100, go with, like, look up the prices around the world and stuff like that. Go 150. That way, you're protected, and you can always say, oh, the shipping wasn't that much, and you send the person the whatever money is left. Or you, depending on how much the shipping is, you agree to a discount, or you say, hey, don't worry, I'm going to cover a part of the cost of the shipping. It's nothing sneaky or anything like that. It's just to get your bases covered, because somewhere like Singapore, for instance, it's going to cost me probably like $50-$60 to send this guy because of how heavy he is and everything like that. So you just a little bit of a tip, like, add the shipping cost into your original price, and then if it ends up being too much, say that you're going to give them a little bit on shipping or something, like, give them a break. Because not only will your seller appreciate it, not only will your buyer appreciate it, but also you made sure that you got enough for the shipping. And for the best shipping, to make sure that your box gets there in not only a very fast time, but safely. With tracking and signature and all that stuff. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been an awesome video. I showed you guys how to package a box up for international travel. And guys, I will keep you updated. I'm going to be sending this out tomorrow. Hopefully it gets there in good time. And hopefully, I'll get my money back soon. I will be buying a brand new Dragondoll Albert. However, I don't know if I'm going to buy it right after I get the money for this. The reason why I got some other things like this that cost me a lot of money, and a few other things that I'm getting for my stream and stuff. So I want to, I may have to use that money for non-doll related things and try to just deal with some personal things. But at some point, yes, I will be getting a Dragondoll Albert again. Just definitely not secondhand. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!